Hello viewers, welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. In this morning, we need to reflect on important matters, particularly the politics of Zimbabwe, because we have a lot happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, and we need to take a reflection on daily basis. So, once Panapa, imagine trying to make sense of how some 4 gentlemen in Bulawayo can randomly claim we have recalled Amos Chibaya. He has ceased being a member of CCC. So we saw the High Court saying Amos Chibaya ceased to be a member of CCC, confirming that indeed Amos Chibaya ceased to be a member of CCC. How he ceased, the High Court never cared. Personally, when I know the courts are supposed to be evidence-based, which means Shavang was supposed to produce evidence that Amos Chibaya ceased to be a member of CCC, and the court was also supposed to give Chibaya also an opportunity to present evidence that he is still a member of CCC. One of these things would have been just to allow Amos Chibaya to call for a rally. If the courts were to be fair, they would have said, okay, pane nyaya iri kunetsa panapa yekuti we no longer know who is who. Can Amos Chibaya call for a rally ye-CCC kamuharare? Anditi Amos Chibaya utaura kuti uyaitese tisangane, and people would come. Okay, taitangana Shavangu would call for a CCC rally Murufaro Stadium. We see the numbers there. Then the next day Chibaya calls for a rally Murufaro Stadium, same venue. Tona kuti manumbers anoya zvakaita sei. That would confirm kuti who is who. So at this particular moment, you would understand kuti this is just an example which I gave, but the courts were supposed to use logic. They were supposed to use the facts and evidence. Shavang was supposed to produce, number one, a letter of resignation of Amos Chibaya from CCC. If he fails to do so, you are supposed to produce the minutes signed by the National Council of CCC, which suspended or which fired Amos Chibaya. Number 3, you are supposed to produce the minutes of the hearing Chibaya went through when he was fired or when he was removed from CCC. Those things were not provided. Or you are supposed to provide minutes which shows that Chibaya is now belonging to another political party. He has failed to do that. Shavangu in all his things has maintained that Nelson Chamisa is the president of CCC, which means anybody who aligns with Nelson Chamisa remains a member of CCC, no matter how the argument might be. As long as somebody is with Nelson Chamisa, he remains a member of CCC, because Shavangu clearly maintained that Chamisa is still the leader of CCC. So this baffles me a lot, because if we are to think that our courts have stooped so low to such an extent, it's something else. So Amos Chibaya has been there on the ground. To those who are following CCC rallies, you would see that Nelson Chamisa would organize 3 rallies per day on daily basis, every day. So which means Nelson Chamisa will be in Matabeleland today, Masvingo tomorrow, Manicaland the next day, then back to Masvingo, then back to Midlands, to Mashonaland East. Actually, over 3 rallies. This is a man who was organizing all those rallies, making sure that my rallies were afam. This was the man aitanga kusvika pa each and every rally Chamisa sata asvika to see kuti zvinhu zviri in order. This was a man who was commanding a team of organizers across the country. Yaitanga kusvika yona kuti zvinhu zvese zvakarongeka. This is the man. Pese pamaiona Nelson Chamisa asiri kunyadziswa pamarallies paya, Amos Chibaya was the man behind the wheel of organizing. And today you are told that Amos Chibaya ceased to be a member of CCC. We have never seen Shavangu organizing any rally for CCC. But it was Chibaya who was always there. Amos Chibaya ndiye aisangana nema problems ese nema troubles ese. I remember kurutenga uko kune zvakaitika. Amos Chibaya was there on the ground. I remember each and every rally, Yaifamba President Nelson Chamisa, Amos Chibaya was there. And you are told by Nico Mpumbu that he ceased to be a member of CCC. And someone asks a very important question to say, will Mnangagwa survive when this is happening right in his eyes? Will he survive? What will Mnangagwa do if the judiciary certainly turns against him? What will he do when he's allowing things like this to happen? Yes, people might make propaganda, but honestly, Team Zimbabwe, personally, I find it difficult to understand how can you label Chibaya as somebody who is no longer a member of CCC? So, myself, I have seen a lot of propaganda, but this level is something else. And this is a very critical analysis from Davis Lucky. And honestly, personally, yes, people might have differences here and there. You might say, okay, Chibaya this, Chibaya that. But personally, I feel that you cannot distance Chibaya and Ostalos from the CCC. No matter how you feel, you cannot distance the two from the CCC. Gift Ostalos will rise today and will go address the media. And the titles from the media will be CCC deputy spokesperson is addressing a rally, a press conference, pakat. It will be Gift Ostalos and Promise Mkwananzi there, organizing the communications department, and you'll be told Gucci Siziba insisted to be a member of CCC, and a whole judge, Murume Mkuru, Anoton's judge, Munyika Zimbabwe, who is supposed to be learned, who is supposed to be understanding the constitution and laws, who is supposed to apply his mind and reasoning capacity to every matter. A man who is making critical decisions, a man who can make decisions which plunge a country into chaos or not, then goes to say, Ostalos has ceased to be a member of CCC. How? How do you reach such a decision? Honestly, how do you reach such a decision? Usingatombonyare. And it makes me question, are these people learned for sure? Or this is Zimbabwe simply overhyping the education sector? It's something else. So Zimbabwe is getting into chaos each and every day. But those in authority do not even care. Those operating the courts do not even care about what will happen. But if something happens to Zimbabwe, I put the blame on these judges. Honestly speaking, I put the blame on these judges. These are people who are making political decisions in their judgments. Something they would have never dared to do. They are doing it. Yes, we know that when a government is in charge, to a certain extent, yes, some decisions are made in favor of the government, which is in charge here and there. Yes, it happens world over. But in this case, honestly, this is madness. This is madness. How can you reach a decision that Ostalos Siziba and Amos Chibaya have ceased to be members of CCC? It can't. Any reasonable judge would understand that is very dangerous, and a very dangerous precedent has been set. It has been set. One day, these things will come back to bite President Mnangagwa. And when they come back to bite him, he will bite the dust for sure. I'm telling you this. So a lot of people will come and say, okay, Murungo Taura, oh, Murungo Wawata, cannot Murungo Chamisa. But personally, I remain loyal to President Nelson Chamisa because to me, he's my leader. So I remain loyal to him. I continue to believe in him, and I will not support this nonsense which is happening right now in Zimbabwe. I will not be told, Kuti, these comrades have ceased to be members of CCC and they will accept that nonsense. I will not, because I believe in openness, in truthfulness, in justice. Chavangu can never be near the leadership of Triple C in whatever way, in whatever case. But in conclusion, Team Zimbabwe, I can say this is the end of the regime. These are the signs that this regime is going. And the lack of shame, the inability to pause and say, this is too much. How does Mbuso Siso say Chibaya is not a CCC member and the entire country just moves on like that? And it's criminal and embarrassing. And ask a fair question, how and why does moving on feel like it's actually an option? Surely it can't be. Something must give. So, honestly, I do not know, guys, kuti where are we going as a nation, but mukaona zvinhu zvakudai so mukaona chingoma chakurira maririro aya chapadhuze kubvaruka. Guys, kutamba kunoregwa kuchanaka. Izvi zviri kuitwa izvi zvine maconsequences kumberi. Not everyone is happy within ZANU-PF. What will happen will embarrass those who are creating this animal. I'm telling you, it is what it is, but we continue to watch and see what is going to happen.